Hello everybody. Angie here. I'm coming on with a make for a challenge here created on YouTube by Joanne Howard. It's called It's All About Love Gospel Challenge. It is just for the month of February, doing 2 makes each week, a combination of 8 makes in total. And it is including scripture, prompt, and a focal image. All right, let's get this going. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I've got a few pieces here that I want to try to work with and see what develops. As I always say, I have it in my mind what I want to do, but once we get started, just never know. All right, so I've got my pieces here. I have written out my scripture. We are working with scripture Proverbs 22:9 today. The focal image is hands. And for textures, there's a variety of textures you can use. I'm going to try plastic today. And for the colors, you can use anything you want, make anything you want, but for colors, she asked that you put a little bit of pink, purple, and or red in that. Okay, so let's get started. I am, again, going to work on a time card. For hands, I have these cute little girls here. Let me see if I can frame. And they are hugging one another, and I thought that was really appropriate for today's Bible verse. I have a couple other extra little elements. I'm trying to use up scraps. This is from a package, and I'm trying to repurpose maybe some of that. I still have some hearts die cuts that I have left over from some Valentine projects, so I'm going to use that, as well as some little corner protectors that are die cuts. Maybe I can use those, so I grabbed 4 of those. And then I have this little lace ribbon flower trim piece. Maybe I can use that. And for plastic, I'm gonna focus on this piece here, and I thought I grabbed that because it's the size of the width of my card, my time card. So hopefully this will work, but if not, I'll have to resort to actual cellophane plastic, and that's repurposed package as well. And then if I mess up on this, I'm gonna have to go with just some regular like cardboard, lightweight, medium weight cardboard paper, and this is repurposing a package of pantyhose. All right, so let's get started. Let me read you the verse. And all these verses are kind of long, so that's kind of what's got me baffled, is how I'm going to incorporate the verse in each of my makes. But I think we can work this out. It is Proverbs 22:9, and I'm reading out of the New King James Version, and it reads, "He who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor." Okay? It's not long, but when you're writing out, and I'm not particularly good at writing small all the time, so that's where my challenge tends to come into effect. All right, what I'm thinking is, I don't know. What I'm thinking is making a pocket out of this and making a card out of this. All right, so let's see where we want that to live. Maybe about here. I think that's pretty good. And this is going to end up being, it's kind of like a library pocket, so it'll be like 6.5 inches tall. So that will be more than accommodating to fit in on a journal page. Okay. Let's see. Need to decorate this up a little bit. I didn't think about that. Give me a second. Let me grab my stencils. That's what we'll do. All right, got my little portfolio bag here of stencils. And we're talking about love and compassion and kindness in this verse. So let's see what I've got in here. Probably not anything particularly on that note, but let me see. I haven't used this one yet. What does this one say? like that one. Let's try this one. And I haven't used this one either. So I love to participate in challenges because it challenges me. I used it as a challenge to use things that I already have and pull out things that I truly love, but you know, for whatever reason, we get on our little ways and don't use them for a while. So, okay, I'm thinking, I don't want to do too much red, but I want to use red. So let's start there. This is the month of love, so I'm gonna grab a piece of blank paper. Put underneath me here. All right, let's see if I can get this lined up. I think I got that down. And I said I didn't want to do red, but we're going to do red. And I want some of this filigree, whatever you want to call it, design, as well as some of the music notes. So I want to go a little darker around the edges on this portion, and then I'll try to go a little bit lighter in the middle, because you won't see too much of that anyway with the card in there. So I'm going to focus on this outer edge a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go a little lighter, but I think I have it backwards, upside down, don't I? Or no, not particularly. Okay. All right, I'm going to go lightly, because they're all up, down, back in both directions, so I don't think it really matters. Okay, and then I think I'll grab some black and go over it with or some brown. Let me grab that. Black was the closest, so that's what we'll go with. Or no, ground espresso, I'm sorry. I'm gonna hit it with a little ground espresso. Just a little something, okay. And then let's bring, let's see, maybe this into the corner of the pocket area. So I've got the color done, I'm using red. Okay, that's a start. And to bring a little bit more of the espresso in, I think I'll go around the edges with that. All right. So let's grab some glue, close up our pocket. This is an open Gospels challenge, open to anybody that wants to join. If you're unfamiliar with Joanne Howard, I will have her original introduction to this series in the description box below, so you can check that out and hop over to her channel if you'd like. A lot of fun. Okay, and I'm thinking maybe this heart right in the middle there, sure. Okay. And we'll see. That's enough for right now. That's a lot of red. Okay, let's let that set for a minute. Let's focus on the journal card, which is going to be this. Okay, and what I'm thinking, if it works, is stamp the girl on here, and I'm going to use permanent ink. Let's see. Oh, I think this is big enough. Yeah. Well, actually, maybe. I just had a thought. I wanted to stamp on both sides, and it's going to see through. I didn't think about that. Let me bring this closer to me a little bit. Flip it over. Give it a good press. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay. Now I just don't want it to smudge. I don't know if it's going to smudge on this plastic or not, so I'm going to let that dry. And I wanted to do the verse on the back side. But if I do that, you'll be able to see the writing. How can I get around that? I'm thinking I'm going to have to actually put this down on something and just write it out. That's my thought. Is this going to fit in my pocket, though? I have to cut this down. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this down just a bit. Okay. But I want it to be white so you'll be able to see that black through. Okay, this is, let's cut it down to probably 3 inches, I think, huh? That's about standard. Let's try 3. If I can get it straight. Okay, and then bring this back in. See my length. Perfect. All right, let's see if that's gonna work. All right, I'm not gonna mess with this yet. I wanna make sure it's good and dry. So let's work with our verse. And let me write that out. One's a glossy, so I think I'll do the matte side. Oops. It's supposed to be two. Oh man. Okay. I messed that up. Let me see. I dropped this. Hold on. See, you'll be able to see that. All right, I'm gonna have to get another piece and rewrite that, guys. Hang in there. Grab my scraps. Here's a piece of paper. That looks okay. Let's do that one. All right, maybe if I take my time. I didn't think I was rushing, but let me try that again. Well, I want it to fit within the right size, so let me measure that real quick. Okay, right there. I think that's going to seep through too, though, isn't it? Not too bad. And I'm writing smaller this time also. Okay. And then I can put this on the back of here. That'll work. I just hope it will stick. I have a good wet glue, clear wet glue, but I'm gonna try my art glitter glue. That seems to work pretty well with most things, and it does dry clear. I'm gonna try and just go on the edges a little bit, not too much. Just like that. I'm trying to keep my fingers away from the stamped image just to make sure it doesn't smudge on me. Okay, then we can tear that away. And if it doesn't smudge after a little while, I will probably come back and color that in with some alcohol markers. But I won't do that on camera. Okay, there's that. Now let's see if that's going to fit in my pocket. Keep your fingers crossed. And it does. Very nice. Okay. So I've still got the flower, and I'm thinking, let me see which one I like better, in the middle of the heart or at the top. I think in the middle of the heart. Cut away some of this extra. knitting here. Don't need all that. Yes. Okay, very good. Then I need to put a ribbon up the top. I'm kind of liking this. But now that I just did that, so I just move too fast sometimes. You know what? That's okay. We can work with it. I'm going to come over here. Oh, and then I'm going to come over here. That middle hole won't show too much, I don't think. It's a little bulky, but it is so pretty. That is really, really pretty, but it's a little bulky. Okay, maybe I can save that for something else. Let's do the ribbon. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work better. Love it. Okay. We've got our beautiful verse on the back. Yes, I like that a lot. So if I push it all the way down in, maybe, where are those little corner pieces that I had? I swear, I lose things so darn fast around here. Oh, there they are. I like that. do it on the top might be a little too much, huh? Let's do it. Why not? It's a nice little library pocket. I think that came out really cute. I think I want to bring in a little bit more brown though to those edges. Okay. Not too bad. And then there's my pretty little journaling card, just like that. And I would like to add, since the verse is all about compassion and kindness, I'd like to incorporate those words in this make. I'm going to try and, I'm going to say give kindness. How about that? I'm just going to write that out. How about that? Or I should have said show kindness. Show kindness would have been a little bit better, I guess, but either or works. All right. I like that. I wish I had another heart to put on the back, but I don't. Put something there. Here we go. Okay, that is my make, guys. I think I'm gonna call that done. I've got a cute little library card using a time card. And let me bring my sheet back in. Okay, so this is my make for It's All About Love Gospel Channel, created here on YouTube by Joanne Howard. We are on February 3rd, which is our third make. The prompt is hands, and there's hands on the stamped girls. They're hugging each other, embracing one another. For texture, I used plastic. For the verse is Proverbs 22:9, which reads, "He who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor." And that is the New King James Version. Just put a little bow on there. Show some kindness. That sits right in there. I think that is adorable. All right, guys. Hope you guys liked the make today. Thank you so very much for stopping by my channel. Again, please hop over Joanne's channel and check her out. I would appreciate it. I'm sure she would appreciate it as well. As always, take care. God bless. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.